And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the NCGMRS Xbox Cup Series as we get ready now to run race number 3 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. On the pole for this race going to be Devin Smith. He'll line up alongside of Ralph Mason, who actually comes in 6th in the points. So a good starting spot for Ralph. Then you got Richard Johnson. He'll line up alongside of Anthony McCurry. Then it will be DeVar O'Brien, who comes in 20th in points, and behind him, or actually beside him, is going to be the Roush Fenway entry of Trent Dunham, who comes in 3rd in the standings. He is the highest running driver on the racetrack for the start of this race, who is running the highest in points. He's a total of 29 points behind the current points leader, Evan Gattuso. We're also going to be watching a good points battle today between Gattuso and Ryan Cooper. Evan Gattuso with an 8-point advantage over Cooper here in the standings. We'll have to see if maybe Ryan Cooper, last week's winner at Phoenix, can overcome the insurmountable odds today, end up finishing well, and leave as the points leader. Let's take a look here at the starting grid for today's race. These cars are going to roll off. They'll complete 2 pace laps, and then we'll put them under the green flag for 41 laps of racing here today at Las Vegas. Who's going to be around at the end? We'll find out when you do. Here's your starting lineup for today's race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Lots of drivers up here who are outside of the top 20 in points who could use a good run today. Devin Smith, the pole sitter, is one of them. Anthony McCurry, Richard Johnson. Some good qualifying spots for some of these drivers here. And Roush Fenway Racing pretty well represented. You got Richard Johnson, Trent Dunham, and Dylan Young all up here inside the top 10 for the start of this race. Green flag comes out. Devin Smith going to get us underway. You know, it's actually not that surprising because Roush Fenway Racing always seems to do well when we come here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, as Devin Smith will take the lead. They're 3 wide for second, almost 4 wide. DeVar O'Brien sticking it down the middle. Contact! Teammates get together! Trent Dunham and Richard Johnson. Caution! Oh, Richard Johnson is flipping! 98 of Austin Wood is upside down and on his roof. Oh my word. That didn't take long. There was Eric Burton there in the 13. Anthony McCurry, Trent Dunham, Seth Cole, our winner from Daytona, may have been involved. Oh, Luke Walker's heavy-duty damage to his car. And the caution flies. Devin Smith is the leader. Who else was involved here? We got to find out who else here. Oh, Carson Gum was in it. Ralph Mason was in it. Outside pole sitter. There's Austin Wood, as mentioned. Possibly some damage to William Duncan. Yep, he got a piece of it. Someone's smoking up here. Oh, the points leader, Evan Gattuso, was in it. From Prism Motorsports, the 66 was involved. And who was it up here that was smoking? Was it Ashley LaPlante? It May have been. I'm trying to look here. There's also some damage here to Tesla Graves. She comes in 8th in points. Kosanowski's got some right side damage on his 48. And here's more drivers on pit road. Caution waves for the first time today. The leader is still Devin Smith. Let's look back at a replay. Looked like a 4-wide situation coming out of turn 2. Watch right here. They're going to go 4 wide. DeVaro Broin's taking it way down to the bottom. And I think there's going to be some contact between the two Roush Fenway teammates. Richard Johnson and Trent Dunham. Yep, there it is. Get hooked up into Ralph Mason and Anthony McCurry. Nowhere for either of those drivers to go. Then they all 4 hit the outside retaining wall. And what goes up must come down. And watch as the drivers are going to start piling in here. So Richard Johnson's car went up and onto its roof. It's actually going to flip over again. There's Eric Burton getting hit by Austin Wood. Having a 2, so I think it's going to hit Richard Johnson right here. Yep. Carson Gum gets into him too. Seth Cole runs into the back of William Duncan. Nice miss there by Noah Hart in the 71. Look at him in the Tech Slayer Chevrolet work his way through. Nice miss there. He's 7th in points. Luke Walker, though, heavy-duty damage right there on the front end of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. And I almost wonder... Well, I thought maybe he was going to get nailed by somebody. I thought he was up against the outside retaining wall at some point there. Oh yeah, there it was right there. Yeah, he had gone past the upside down car of Richard Johnson right here. Watching this in real time, and watch him as he turns up. He's going to then hit the upside down car of Austin Wood. Wow, it's a hard hit for him right there. Points leader involved in this, Ryan Cooper, I think did make it through. 2nd in the points. Yes, he did. There he is, coming out of turn 4. Whoa. Onto the apron goes the 12 car. And coming down to the stripe. Oh! Little contact there. Between Aaron Williams, Ryan Cooper, and who is that? Connor Breton. Wow. Interesting there. But Ryan Cooper did cross the start-finish line. He was in 25th. So let's now go back to live action, see who's been able to continue after that first wreck of the day. We'll go back to green flag racing. It'll be on lap 6 of 41. We do have drivers out of the race, and they include Ralph Mason, Trent Dunham, Richard Johnson, Eric Burton, Austin Wood, Luke Walker, and Carson Gum. We're waiting to get a report on Anthony McCurry. There is reports that he has actually retired. Let's get the confirmation on that. That is indeed the case. He is out of the race as well. So Devin Smith, his teammate, will be the leader. Luke Walker will, or make that Luke Martin rather. He'll line up in 2nd. 3rd place could be Hayden Klein with DeVaro Broin in 4th, and 5th is Felix Graves. Then you got Dylan Young, he is 6th. 7th is Sam Young. 8th place Sean Henley. 9th place John Cittadino. And Pichu London runs in 10th. 11th is Cody Lamas. Wilhelm Schultz runs in 12th. Ian O'Brien 13th. 14th is Austin LaPlante. Then it's Dylan Poteet in 15th. 16th, Austin Ogo. Jake Smith runs in 17th. 18th, Zach Campbell. 19th, Bianca Roberts. And 20th is Tesla Graves. Then it's Olga Manson 21st. 22nd is Ron Fiara. My bad. Ryan Cooper 23rd. Aaron Williams 24th, and Connor Breton completes the top 25. Yes, I know that Connor Breton has been banned from the series and such, but I wouldn't be able to change the name, unfortunately, on this. So there will be re-sign-ups, but the name will not be changed. If you're gonna sign up for it, you're gonna have to listen carefully when that video comes out. But here we go. Green flag back out. Luke Martin wants the lead from Devin Smith. Diving down to the inside here. Both these drivers outside the top 20 in points could certainly use a win today. Question is, who wants it more? Good run off that corner there for Devin Smith, as Luke Martin's still going to battle there. Here comes Hayden Klein into the picture now in the 14. Another driver who needs a good run today. We're starting to see them sprout up here at the front of the field. Right now, inside the top 5, only one driver comes in running the top 20 in points, and that's DeVaro O'Brien. He is 20th in the standings. There's Sam Young coming up the inside line there, that blue deuce. He's 9th in points. This could help, with a good run today, he could help solidify him into the top 10 in points, and oh my goodness. Devin Smith goes way wide into that corner, and Luke Martin, no doubt about it, he will take the lead. I think Devin Smith may have actually gotten a piece of the wall there heading into turn 3. Don't know for certain. 3 wide back behind there. Sam Young going down to the inside line, 3 wide. That was a battle for the 4th position. Well, from what I've seen so far today, only one driver inside the top 6 in the points has no damage whatsoever today, and that is Ryan Cooper, second in the standings. Evan Gattuso, Trent Dunham, Seth Cole, William Duncan, and Ralph Mason, they've all had their problems here during the course of this race. And Luke Martin right now, no problems for him. He is checking out of town here. Hayden Klein right behind him in second. Then a good battle back there for the 3rd position as Sam Young's trying to close in on Devin Smith. Now, we documented how Richard Johnson and Trent Dunham had their problems for Roush Fenway Racing today. Here's 2 drivers for Roush Fenway who are doing well. Dylan Young currently in the 5th position, bypassing teammate Pichu London. That is for the 5th position. And Dylan Poteet now going to move by for 6th place as the Hendrick Motorsports cars start to make their presence felt now. Dylan Poteet now up to 6th. And I saw Sean Henley back there as well. Oh, he's in a hornet's nest here. Wow. Austin Ogo in the mix there. And John Cittadino in there. Wow. Ian O'Brien, DeVar O'Brien, Felix Graves. Oh, contact! There they go! Graves, Cittadino, DeVar O'Brien, Sean Henley around. More cars involved. Noah Hart gets a piece of it. Jake Smith may have been involved. Adam Chambers, who may have been involved. Caution waves again. And this time we actually saw it happen. There's John Cittadino, Felix Graves. There's DeVar O'Brien, who was up inside the top 10 for most of this last green flag run. Noah Hart, who got through the first wreck, was not so lucky this time. He's involved. Driver comes in 7th in the standings. Where's Henley? Is Henley on pit road already? There he is. There's Henley in the 88. Heavy-duty damage to the Amp Energy Chevrolet. And the caution flies for the 2nd time today. Let's look back at a replay. Well, let's start this replay back here in turn number 3. Let's see if we can find out where the initial contact started. Watch right here. Does Ian O'Brien try to fit his car right down to the inside there? Or does Cody Lamas get into John Cittadino? See right here. Oh no, John Cittadino comes up and gets into Henley. Also clips DeVar O'Brien, and Felix Graves nowhere to go. Ryan Cooper, great job again, goes down to the grass to miss this wreck. Aaron Williams able to miss it. Let's watch Chambers. He gets through. Noah Hart, though, not so lucky. Right there, he's going to run into the back of DeVar O'Brien. So about a 5-car incident off of turn number 4 puts us under the caution for the 2nd time today. Let's go back to green flag racing. We'll go back to green flag racing, lap 15 of 41. Drivers just came down and made pit stops here, and didn't really cycle the field around that much, but we will give you as far down a rundown as we can. Drivers out after this incident include the cars of Sean Henley, and looks like that's the only driver who retired. Henley, just too extensive damage to be able to continue. Tough break for him as he was running in the 13th position at the time of the wreck. Luke Martin is the leader. 2nd is Hayden Klein. Sam Young 3rd. Devin Smith runs in 4th. And in 5th is Dylan Poteet. Pichu London runs in 6th. Dylan Young 7th. Cody Lamas is in 8th. 9th is Olga Manson. And Zach Campbell will complete the top 10. Here we go. Lap 15 getting ready to be put on the board. Luke Martin looking for his first NCGMRS win of the season. Same for Hayden Klein. As a matter of fact, that can be said for every driver here inside the top 10. Seth Cole's had his problems during the course of the day, and Ryan Cooper is slowly starting to work his way to the front. But we haven't seen him up here yet. It's a dead heat here between Luke Martin and Hayden Klein heading into turn 3. We've seen the outside line get runs here. Oh, Luke Martin got a piece of the outside wall there. Slipping up into the corner here. Here comes Hayden Klein. They're going to come 3 wide off the corners. The caution's out. Drag race, 3 wide. Sam Young gets it at the line. Wow. That was a good race there to the caution. And it's the caution's out again for John Cittadino. That car's day is done now. Oh, it looks like Austin LaPlante got a piece of it as well. Felix Graves and Dylan Poteet who was running in 5th place. Oh, what a tough break there for Poteet. He restarted this race in the 5th position. Someone else is smoking further up. Who's that? Well, Pichu London got a piece of it. I wonder if he and Poteet got together. And Bianca Roberts, I bet she got a piece of it as well. She restarted 11th. Caution flies one more time. Bianca Roberts has turned the engine off in that car. That's why you don't see the black smoke anymore. Her day is done. There's more smoke up ahead. Who's that? Well, that's John Cittadino's car. Caution flies. Sam Young now the leader under caution. Let's take a look at what happened. I don't know, perhaps a little rivalry brewing here in the NCGMRS between Dylan Poteet and Pichu London. We're starting the replay all the way back here at turn number 2, even though the wreck actually took place off of turn number 4. Watch right here. Dylan Poteet and Pichu London, they're rubbing doors all the way down the back straightaway. Now when they get into turn 3, this is when things start to get a little bit interesting. Watch right here, Pichu London and Poteet. They're going to make contact here. They start running each other up the track here just a little bit. You can see here that their Poteet is wanting to kind of almost like turn into Pichu. Pichu's moving up, and watch right here. Then Pichu London going to come up, try and cut off Poteet. Poteet does the slide job on him, puts him up to the wall. Pichu then comes back down, clips Poteet, and into the wall they go. And Bianca Roberts gets caught up in this. Ryan Cooper just barely squeaked by. Bianca Roberts going to be pretty doggone mad about that she gets caught up in this. Oh, Ron Vajara involved as well. Wilhelm Schultz gets a piece of it. And there's Poteet continuing to spin. Both Pichu London and Dylan Poteet's cars pretty badly mangled after that, but I'd just been given word that was not the original reason for the caution. The caution came out before that. So let's take a look and see what happened. It may have been John Cittadino having something happen in turn 1. Well, let's take a look here. Looks like we're getting word it was the 78. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh! Contact right there. Between the 12 and the 18 sends the 78 of Austin the Plant up, and oh! Gets nailed by John Cittadino, and look at that car flipping. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That car had a lot of air. Oh wow. That Furniture Row Chevrolet just got plastered. That car had to at least have been about 12 feet off the ground after getting T-boned and jacked up into the catch fence by John Cittadino. What a hard hit there. Let's go back to green. Hopefully Cittadino and Austin the Plant are okay. They are currently in the outfield care center. We'll try and get word on both of those drivers. We're nearing the halfway point in this event. Lap 20 of 41 will go up on the board next time by, and the green flag will fly for our second restart of the day. Or actually, it'd be our third restart of the day. Drivers out after a result of what just happened are only 2 drivers. They are John Cittadino and Austin the Plant, which we are pleased to announce are both treated and released from the infield care center. So good to hear that both those drivers were able to walk out of the infield care center under their own power after a really scary wreck there in turn number 1. Interesting that both Pichu London and Dylan Poteet still on the track. Wonder if that rivalry will brew again here in this event. Here's the way they line up for this restart. Sam Young is the leader, Hayden Klein second. Third is Luke Martin, fourth is Devin Smith, and Olga Manson now pops inside the top 5. Then you got Cody Lamas, he's in 6th. Dylan Young is 7th. Zach Campbell runs in 8th. Ryan Cooper finally shows himself inside the top 10 as he is in 9th. He will undoubtedly at this point, during our live points, he is the current points leader. And Austin Ogo completes the top 10. Then his teammate Connor Breton 11th. 12th Mason Wood. Kyle Sanoski runs 13th, 14th Ian O'Brien, and 15th place, that is Tesla Graves. Back up to the front, Sam Young, Penske Racing, trying to pick up their first win of the season. Sam Young running very well in points, 9th in the point standings right now. At least coming into this race, that's where he was running. Don't know where he'd be running right now according to our live points. And here comes Hayden Klein in the second position. Best battle on the racetracks for third. Luke Martin has it. Devin Smith wants it. Cody Lamas right in the mix there as well, along with Dylan Young. And Luke Martin going to slide it way wide off turn number 4. He's going to lose quite a few spots. There's Cody Lamas going now for the 4th position off of Dylan Young. Is the caution out again? Yes, it is. Caution waves one more time. And this time it is for Pichu London. Ron Vajara involved as well. I thought I saw another car on pit road. Guess not. Thought I did though. Oh no, I guess not. What am I seeing? There is a car down there. But whose car is it? Oh, I don't know what I'm seeing. Thought I saw a car there. Maybe I'm just seeing a spot on my computer. I don't know. Oh, I'm seeing a pit sign. That was what I was seeing. Okay, so the caution's out. Pichu London and Ron Vajara are involved. Let's look back at a replay, because I'm losing my sight. Well, when I saw Pichu London on pit road, I wondered if maybe Poteet and London had gotten together again. Poteet's nowhere to be seen in this incident, so he can wash his hands clean of this. Right there it is, Ron Vajara going to get into Pichu London. Both of them go up, smack the outside retaining wall. They're in the middle of turns 3 and 4. The Aflac Duck a little bit ruffled right now. And the Long John Silver's Fish a little out to dry. Whoa! Poteet and Felix Graves coming in full speed, able to miss there. Slicing and dicing their way through both Pichu London and Ron Vajara. Caution's out one more time. Let's go back for a restart. So we'll get ready to go back under the green flag. I realized that I actually thought it was a car because it was up in the darker part of the screen here, the two top and lower segments of this page, and I had my light resolution turned way down, so I really couldn't tell. So my apologies for messing up there and spending just about a good 30 seconds wasting your time with me thinking that it was a car and it was a pit sign, but I guess that's the tools of the trade. Anyway, here's the way that they will line up. First, we'll show you the drivers who DNF'd after that incident. It was only one of them. Pichu London out of the race. Now only 30 cars of our original 42 still on the racetrack and still on the lead lap. Sam Young is still the leader. Hayden Klein second, Devin Smith third, Cody Lamas fourth, and Dylan Young fifth. Sixth is Olga Manson. Luke Martin now back to seventh as he led a majority of the first half of this race. Ryan Cooper 8th, 9th is Zach Campbell, and Austin Ogo completes the top 10. Connor Breton 11th, 12th Mason Wood, 13th Ian O'Brien, 14th Kyle Sanoski, and Tesla Graves runs 15th. 16th place is Aaron Williams, 17th Adam Chambers, William Duncan 18th, Ashley LaPlante runs in 19th, and 20th is the guy who came in as the points leader, Evan Gattuso. It is very much in doubt whether he would leave today as the points leader or not. Green flag back out on lap 25 of 41. 17 laps to go in this event. See if we can go into a long green flag run. We've not had one yet. Longest we had was a 4-lap segment, and then we ended up having a pretty big wreck involving drivers such as Sean Henley and DeVar O'Brien and Noah Hart and several others. We're going to have a good battle for the lead on our hands here, I can tell you that. Here comes Hayden Klein diving down low here out of turn 4. Devin Smith waiting to see which line's going to open up. Drag race to the stripe. Sam Young by a splitter. But Hayden Klein's going to have the advantage coming down into turn number 1 now of having that inside line. And looks like, will he clear Sam Young out of this corner? Oh, wait a minute. No, caution's out again. Caution's out again, but I think we're racing it back to the stripe this time. Yes, we are. Caution must have come out after they crossed the start-finish line. Hayden Klein out of turn 4. Dylan Young trying to get a run here, but I don't think he'll be able to do it. Looks like the wreck occurred in turn 4 and onto the front straightaway, and Hayden Klein leads us under yet another caution. And this time it's for William Duncan, the Aaron's Dream Machine involved. Wilhelm Schultz with a piece of it as well, and the points leader, Evan Gattuso's bad day becomes worse as he's involved as well. Oh my goodness, and the guy who was trying to run him down, Ryan Cooper, involved. The top 2 in points are involved. Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. Oh, there's another car on the apron. Is that Bryan? Yes, it is. The 43 was involved in something as well. But there is Ryan Cooper, second in points, and Evan Gattuso, who was only 8 points ahead of Cooper in the standings, is involved as well. The top 2 in points involved here on lap 27. So back at the replay. Let's try and find out how this incident got started. Cooper was running in the 9th position at the time. Is he going to make contact here with Zach Campbell? He's almost into the left rear with the 56. Oh no, Mason Wood just kind of runs up on Cooper, turns him up into Zach Campbell. And then Connor Breton slowing down. I don't know if he's going to involve there. You saw Eno Bourne get a piece of it. Aaron Williams got a piece of it. Tesla Graves gets a piece of it. And there is Cooper, but where are the other cars that we saw involved? Namely, Evan Gattuso and company. Oh, Gattuso's on the apron already. Wait a minute, was there another wreck? Gattuso... Oh, this was a wreck before, the lap before. So they must have wrecked coming down to the caution when Ryan Cooper got together there with Mason Wood and Zach Campbell. But right there, Evan Gattuso's just going to turn fellow Toyota William Duncan, and in essence takes himself out as he runs up into the 12, who then goes up into Wilhelm Schultz in the 7. Lisa Shears, not exactly sure, or not well, Lisa Shears, but she was just caught up in it, but not exactly sure what Evan Gattuso's whole strategy was there. It's almost as if he couldn't get off Duncan, but caution flies again. Oh, and Poteet. What happened to Poteet? That car's badly damaged on the front straightaway. Who'd he hit? Oh, he got into William Duncan. Duncan, when he got his car right. Oh, man. Hard hit for that DuPont Chevrolet. Hard lick there for Poteet as well. My goodness. Oh, Felix Graves may have gotten a piece of that as well. Wow, caution flies again. And this time it was for 2 wrecks, both occurring in turn 4, one lap after the other. 2 drivers come in the top 2 in points were involved. William Duncan, who was involved, came in 5th in the standings. And the caution flies one more time. Let's go back to green. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. When we do, we'll have a total of 11 laps remaining in this event. We do have a few more drivers out of the race as a result of this, including Ryan Cooper. He'll finish in 27th. Wilhelm Schultz will finish 28th. Dylan Poteet 29th, and William Duncan in 30th. Now, Evan Gattuso is a lap down, but he is ahead on the racetrack of Ryan Cooper. The only question is, though, Sam Young running in 3rd, is that going to cause any battles for the points lead when we head into our next race next weekend? Never know. Here's the way they line up for the restart. Hayden Klein's the leader. Dylan Young 2nd. Sam Young 3rd. Both Youngs running inside the top 3. Pole sitter Devin Smith, he's been in this all day long. He's 4th. And Luke Martin, haven't heard the last of him, I don't think. He's 5th. 6th is Austin Ogo. Olga Manson is 7th. 8th is Cody Lamas. 9th is Kyle Sanoski now. And Mason Wood is inside the top 10. What a nice rebound for Sanoski in the 48. I think he was caught up in the first wreck of the day. Ended up coming down pit road. Had to get some repairs done for a pancaked right side. And he's inside the top 10 now. As the green flag comes back out. Lap 31 on the board. 11 laps to go. Can we race it under green? Everybody trying to dodge the slower Evan Gattuso machine. And Dylan Young now trying to find a way around the Office Depot Old Spice Chevrolet out of Stuart Haas Racing. He seems to be the only one today who's doing well for the Roush Fenway cars as he dives it down, way down to the white line. Will he get the 14 cleared off turn 4? Yes, he will. New leader, Dylan Young. Trent Dunham, Richard Johnson, they had great qualifying runs for this race, but they got caught up in a lap 1 incident, retired from the race early. Pichu London was running up at the front for a while, but then after contact between himself and Dylan Poteet and then a later incident, Pichu London is retired from the race as well, and now Dylan Young is the only one left to carry the Roush Fenway banner. But I'll tell you what, he may have some sibling rivalry on his hands, because here comes the Penske Dodge of Sam Young. Young's run 1-2 with 9 laps remaining. Will it come down to the battle of the brothers here at Las Vegas? Have we heard the last of Devin Smith? I don't think so. Devin now up here in the 3rd position, the pole sitter for this race. Hayden Klein right there, he has slipped now back to 4th. How about Austin Ogo? Kind of a silent dark horse today. Moving his way now into the top 5 as he'll pass Luke Martin. Great run for that Furniture Row Racing Chevrolet. Or Front Row Race Motorsports rather, not Furniture Row. Battle now for 3rd. Hayden Klein down to the inside of Devin Smith. Meanwhile, though, the gap begins to close up between the Youngs once more. Dylan leads, Sam 2nd. About a car length, now half a car length, now less than 6 inches off of turn number 4. Literally bumper to bumper coming down to the stripe. Dylan Young trying to hold off his younger brother Sam, and I think the caution's out. It is. It's for Felix Graves and Lisa Shears. Caution waves, we may have a green-white checker on our hands, and it will come down between the 2 Young brothers, but we're going to look back at a replay now as Felix Graves and Lisa Shears bring out the caution. Looks like an incident that occurred in turn number 2. Now just the finishing touches on what's been a very poor day for the Ron Vajara machine. He was running 23rd at the time, going to the inside of Felix Graves. Bianca Roberts right behind this had a bird's eye view of it. As a matter of fact, Bianca Roberts is the cause of it. She runs up into Felix Graves, turns him down into Ron Vajara. Oh, wow, hard hit for both of those Fords. And Lisa Shears, there she is. I don't know who she's going to hit. It may be Ron Vajara. No, actually, she's going to get through it okay. So it was a 3-car incident. Bianca Roberts, turning Felix Graves down to Ron Vajara, and that puts us under the caution and gets us ready for a shootout to decide this race. Let's head out for that. Getting ready to go back under the green flag. Both Felix Graves and Ron Vajara have taken their cars back to the garage area. Dylan Young is the leader, and when we get the green flag, there will be a total of 3 laps remaining. It's going to be a 3-lap shootout to decide this event. Dylan Young the leader, younger brother Sam Young right behind. Which of these 2 is it going to be? Or will we have a newcomer come into the form of either Hayden Klein, Devin Smith, or Austin Ogo? That's the top 5. Mason Wood now into 6th. 7th, Olga Mansa. What a run for Red Bull Racing today in the 6th and 7th position. Cody Lamas in 8th. 9th, Luke Martin. And Adam Chambers has now moved his way up into the top 10. Haven't talked about him all day. The only time I think we talked about him was when he got a little piece of an incident on the front straightaway at one point. Then you got Ashley LaPlante running in 11th. 12th is Tesla Graves. Seth Cole now up to 13th. He was involved in the first wreck of the day. 14th is Kyle Sanoski, and Noah Hart completes the top 15. Here we go. 3-lap shootout. Battle of the Youngs. Battle of the Brothers. Here we go. Into turn 1 they will come. Dylan Young got a great restart there. Sam Young maybe just hanging back, biding his time, sizing up older brother to make a move. Never know, but he may have made it just a little too far back. Hayden Klein now over the back bumper of the Penske Dodge, looking to put a move here. Here he comes. He's looking. He's peeking. Oh, Devin Smith nearly got into him. They keep it together, though. Now it's a battle for second, all going on behind Dylan Young. Sam Young caught on the high side. Hayden Klein taking second now as he'll head into turn 1 as the runner-up driver. Devin Smith now to the inside. That is for the 3rd position. Austin Ogo now waiting to find a line. Whoa, watch it. Caution. Is the caution out? No caution. Dylan Young trying to be the silver lining for Roush Fenway Racing today. 4 drivers started. 3 of them have had hard luck. Dylan Young comes down, receives the white flag, and he's got himself about 4 or 5 car lengths advantage over a 2-wide battle for second. Got Austin Ogo, Devin Smith, and Hayden Klein in the mix of that. As they come down the back straightaway here, I think Dylan Young's home free. Still a battle between Hayden Klein and Devin Smith. No caution, and we are still green flag racing out of turn 4 for the final time. Dylan Young's going to come down. He's going to win the race. Dylan Young wins at Las Vegas. Second place was the pole sitter Devin Smith. Third place Hayden Klein. Fourth was Austin Ogo. And Mason Wood is going to finish the day in 5th. What a great run for those drivers. Some well-needed runs as well for all 5 of those drivers. None of them are sitting, well, actually only one of them, Mason Wood, is 12th in the points right now, but the other 4 are outside of the top 20 in points. Let's take a look now at the official finishing results as Dylan Young has picked up his first win here in the NCGMRS Xbox Cup Series. There's a look at it. Dylan Young and Sam Young, the 2 Young brothers, actually tied for the most laps led. They led 11 laps apiece. So a pretty dominating run today for the Young brothers. We went down through the top 5. Sam Young's going to finish in 6th. 7th, Cody Lamas. Olga Manson in 8th. Luke Martin, who led the second most amount of laps today with 8. He'll finish 9th. And Adam Chambers comes out of nowhere to finish in the top 10. He started this race, look at him, all the way back in the 37th position. Mason Wood started back in 41st, and he came in with a top 5. Great run for them. Seth Cole started in dead last, finishes 11th. Kyle Sanoski will finish 12th. Jake Smith in 13th. Tesla Grace 14th. And Noah Hart finishes the day in the 15th position. As we look further down here, you can see Evan Gattuso actually finished a lap down in 23rd. He came in as the points leader. Connor Breton actually finished a lap down as well. So did Felix Graves. And you can look down here. Ryan Cooper came in 2nd in the points, finishing out of the race in the 27th position. Tough break for him. And we talked about the Roush Fenway Racing hardships for the day that Dylan Young was able to turn around into a win. Pete Lennon retiring out in 31st. Trent Dunham in 37th. And Richard Johnson in 38th. 4 of these drivers did not even get to complete 1 lap. Eric Burton, Austin Wood, Luke Walker, and Carson Gum couldn't make it down to the start-finish line. What a tough break for those drivers. Let's take a look now at the finishing, or not the finishing order, but the current standings now. Sam Young is the points leader over Evan Gattuso by 1 point. Seth Cole has now moved into 3rd. Mason Wood now up to 4th. 5th, Ryan Cooper. He slid a few spots down. Noah Hart is 6th, Tesla Graves 7th, Devin Smith 8th, 9th is Adam Chambers, he moved from 14th to 9th, and Trent Dunham slid all the way from 3rd place to 10th place in the point standings. And you got William Duncan, Hayden Klein, Kyle Sanoski, Cody Lamas, and Aaron Williams. That's the top 15 in the points. Looking a little bit further down here, you can see that the win for Dylan Young moved him all the way up to 23rd in the points. So a good points paying day for him. A few drivers really mired down here though. A lot of big names. Dylan Poteet 34th in points. Anthony McCurry 37th in points. And look at Sean Henley. What a tough break for that Henry Motorsports car. Dead last in the points right now. That's actually in a tie for dead last with Carson Gum at 186 points apiece. They really need to get things turned around next week. And next week, we are going to be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Cobalt Tools 500. Hope you'll tune in for that. Thanks for watching. Congratulations once again to Dylan Young on his victory here today. And congratulations to Sam Young on becoming the new points leader by 1 point over Evan Gattuso heading into next week's race. You've been watching the NCGMRS Xbox Cup Series on the NSRA Sports Channel.